Hi, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. My website is macjacksonjr.com. In this segment, we call it Green Energy Technology. What is green energy technology? This is where we talk about electric cars, electric bikes, solar energy, and the Internet of Things, IoT. So what's electric bike? Well, folks, think of a mountain bike with a small but very, very powerful electric motor on the rear wheel and a small but very, very powerful battery in the middle of the bike, giving you pedal assistance, it's called. So as you're pedaling your bike and trying to get up that hill or around that steep bend, pedal assist to be able to get you over it. It's really amazing, folks. If you get a chance to drive an electric bike or ride an electric bike, you would love it. Definitely check out some electric bikes. They vary in range anywhere from $595 up to $13,000. Some electric bikes I like to tell you about in the show. One of them is called the Flux bike, F-L-U-X-B-I-K-E. Come in three versions. There's a Roadster, the Trail, and the Attack. Also, there's a company called Sundoor. That's S-O-N-D-O-R-S, Sundoors. Sundoors has an electric bike that's absolutely amazing. Very, very sleek design, lightweight, with LCD display screen for all the instruments telling you the speed, the battery life of the bike. It's absolutely amazing bike to check out. Definitely go to their website. Their bikes retail right now about $595. It comes in a thin and thick tires. But that's just the first part. Sundoor is also announcing that they're coming out with their electric vehicle. That's right. It's a three-wheeled electric vehicle. I've seen pictures of it on the internet, and I definitely invite you folks to Google it and take a look at this cool electric car by Sundoors. And it's predicted, check this out, the best part of it, that this vehicle will sell for about $10,000. $10,000? That's going to be huge. It's going to totally revolutionize the whole automobile industry. And yes, it's going to be a definitely competitor to Tesla and the Chevy Bolt and others alike. So definitely stay tuned for that. That is a Sundoors. In our electric car segments, I mentioned the Sundoors in our previous segment here, but in the electric car segment, we're going to talk about my favorite car, which is a Tesla Model 3, Model S, and Model X. But before we get there, we're going to talk about the Chevy Bolt. Chevy Bolt's reporting this week that there's been an over-inventory of the Chevy Bolts. The manufacturer of Chevy had built a lot of them. The demand for the sale of the Bolt hasn't been what is anticipated. So still people are still thinking they should have electric cars or not. But folks, you got to take a look at the Chevy Bolt. It is a beautiful vehicle. It is huge. It's very big. It's not like a small Spark. It's very, very nice, comfortable vehicle to ride. And also, folks, it's the first one that's hit the market now that has over 238 miles to a charge. That's right. So you can take 4 hours of charging it on a 240 charger at your home, like your electric dryer, right? Same type of charge. And in 4 hours, your car will be completely charged, and you can have 238 miles to drive. That is remarkable to have 238 miles to drive on an electric vehicle. All the vehicles on the road right now that are in that price range, which we'll talk about here in a second, in that price range, you can get you only between 80 and 100 miles. So to go 238 miles, folks, would be absolutely remarkable. Definitely check out the Chevy Bolt, B-O-L-T. It's completely electric. Now, if you'd like to try the sister version of the Chevy Bolt, you can take a look at the Chevy Volt, V-O-L-T. Chevy Volt, V-O-L-T, and the Chevy Volt will give you an amazing amount of power and sophistication and ride as well. But the Chevy Bolt, you also have a gasoline generator that's part of it, right? So you have a little tiny little tank for gasoline that it keeps a generator going, which helps bring energy back to the battery. So there's no gas combustion to turn the wheels. It's only used to keep the batteries in line for the generator. So definitely check out the Chevy Volt, V-O-L-T, and the Chevy Bolt, B-O-L-T. And I think that would be great for you to take a look at that. My next vehicle is the Fisker Emotion. Fisker was a company that came out a few years ago with the Fisker Karma. It was one of the first electric vehicles that came out that was a hybrid between gas and electric. But the problem is they couldn't find enough funding to keep the company going. So the company had to restructure itself, and now it's back again called Fisker, and they have a new car called the Fisker Emotion. Fisker Emotion will retail for about $129,000. That's right, folks, $129,000, and they're taking reservations for it today. If you're interested in one of my favorite vehicles I talk about on this show a lot, and that is Tesla. Tesla Motors. You get a chance to take a look at the Tesla Motors vehicle. You could find them at teslamotors.com. Tesla Motors, they are a store, a car store, not a dealership, folks. There's no third-party dealership. It's just like buying a smartphone or any other electrical device that you're charging. Tesla is a great company. They have really changed and revolutionized the whole electric car EV industry, starting with the Tesla Roadster about 10 years ago, and now with the Tesla Model 3. Tesla Model S, you need to take a look at it. If you haven't got a chance to, you will be amazed. The S and the X are great cars to test drive. I've had an opportunity to test drive both of these vehicles several times, and every time I test drive one, I'm just closer and closer of getting one myself. It's a wonderful vehicle, definitely something worth test driving to look at. So that is the Tesla Model 3. And just 1 second here, check out a couple things. Yes, there we go. Next vehicle we have here, Tesla Model X. Tesla Model X is a great vehicle as well. I got a chance also to test drive the Tesla Model X. I was absolutely amazed in this vehicle. Here in Las Vegas, folks, so if you get a chance to, if you live here in Las Vegas, if you go on 215 in Jones, there's a Tesla store there. And I brought a friend of mine and we test drove the Tesla Model X. And we drove it in the automation mode, right? The car that drives by itself. We're on the 215 going westbound on the 215. The vehicle was able to change lanes and keep the speed limit automatically. I wasn't even touching the steering wheel for at least 3 to 5 miles as we were driving down the freeway. An amazing piece. It's like being in in the Jetsons era. So you have to check that out. If you haven't got a chance to check out Tesla, definitely you want to do that. Tesla Model X, Tesla Model S here in Las Vegas, or any Tesla showroom in your neck of the woods. And again, folks, there are charging stations throughout the entire country. Tesla has superchargers that are available that can charge 80% of the car's power in about an hour. 80% in about an hour, folks. That's amazing to find those Tesla charging stations around the country. Before, you couldn't drive from Las Vegas to Los Angeles without worrying about having to recharge your vehicle. Now there are charging stations between Vegas and Los Angeles allowing you to recharge your vehicle. So you can stop off between Vegas and Barstow, recharge your vehicle as you're having lunch, and then make it into LA. Absolutely. And there are people that have driven their Teslas from one side of the country, let's say San Francisco, all the way to New York, with charging stations along the way, along the route. It's absolutely amazing. So technology has changed a lot. So those of you who have not got into any of these vehicles, into the electric vehicles, the EV vehicles, I definitely would invite you to take a look at some of these EV vehicles. You'll be amazed at some of the things that they're going through right now. In my segment on IoT, it's called the Internet of Things. What is IoT, folks? The Internet of Things, that are when devices are connected. Let's say you're home. You have devices that are connected and talk to each other. Electronic devices, turning your home into a computer system, an automated system. It's absolutely amazing. Some of the things you could do with this automating system with IoT in your home include a home security system. You could have a video. You could have electric lighting system. All your lights can be controlled remotely. Your door locks, thermostats, garage door openers, motion sensors, your doorbell. Yes, that's right, folks, your doorbell. When you have packages delivered to your home, there's been an uptake in people criminals stealing packages from homes being delivered by UPS and Amazon. Having a Ring system set up in your home can give you an extra sense of security because you don't have to worry about that, because as soon as a package is delivered at your door, doorbell is rung, you will send a message on your phone letting you know that something is there for you, and it's all recorded on video. So folks, this is part of IoT. Definitely get a part of it. If you're not familiar with it, definitely contact me here at info@macjacksonjr.com is my email address, or go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. Again, you can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and the like. Send me information on cybersecurity, your questions on identity theft and fraud. I'd be glad to help you out. I want to thank my guest today, Ruth Ann Michelle from Capstone. Thank you very much for being part of our guest today. And also I'd like to thank Sheila Williams, and from Shewood Bookkeeping to being part of our show today, and everybody else to help us put our show together. It's been a great week of action-packed information that we provided for you. We'll be back next week, folks, for Technology Review. Same bat time, same bat channel, here on WCOBM.TV. Have a good weekend, folks. See you then.